Hello guys. So today I will show you how to learn Matlab easily, effectively, and the simplest way. Learn it by yourself. You need to have a course, for example, but it's everything by yourself. So let's get started. Alright, so this is Matlab environment. First of all, I will show you some of the features that you can have in Matlab. Okay, so the main window is command window, this one. And actually you can give an instruction to Matlab, okay, to your computer to do whatever you want by mentioning the command in this window. Okay, other than that, the other window that is important is this current folder, where you can save and also retrieve any data, any file from the current folder. So this is command history, where anything which you give command to the Matlab will be stored here from the very beginning. So if you can see here, this is all of my command for the past, I don't know how long it's been here. Okay, and then this one is editor. Okay, so this is where we can write our own coding. Okay, a set of instruction to Matlab. Okay, and save it as a specific file that you can run it line by line, and also you can run it later. Okay, and this is workspace. This is the brain of Matlab. Okay, whatever you instruct him, for example, a equals to 1, b equals to 2, c equals 3, for example, everything will be stored here. Okay, so if it is nothing here, it means that Matlab memorized nothing. And also, all of these windows can be arranged according to your preference. For example, I can have this single space for all the windows like this, or I can also have two column. Okay, and I can move it. For example, if this is the way, so I can have two rows. Okay, so I have this row which has only command window, and the bottom row I will have workspace, editor, command history, and also current folder. Okay, for example, if I want to have the editor at the right side of the screen, I can move it until I can have somehow like this. Okay, so I will have here, here, and here. And we can also adjust the size of all windows. Okay, so if I want, for example, this current folder, okay, together with the command window at the same location, so I can just drag this so that you can have this tab at the top, and it will be part of the space there. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 spaces. Okay, so this is good for you if you want to look, for example, you want to plot graph, and if you want to see at the same time what is the shape of the graph. Okay, and you want to also check what are the variables inside the space, for example. So it's up to you. You can pre-arrange depending on your preference, right? Okay, so let's get started. If you know nothing about Matlab, for example, and you want to draw a graph, okay, what you do is you always search for help here. If you want to plot two-dimensional graph, for example, you just plot, search for plot, and it will give you one specific window, document center, that will show you all the function that relates to plotting. Okay, so if you want to plot, for example, two-dimensional plot, you can just find like this one, plot 2D line plot. Okay, so this is the structure of help. Okay, at the top it will show what is the syntax. It will explain what is plot. Okay, the introduction of the plot command, and then the syntax. It means that how you can write the code. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways of using plot in Matlab. Okay, for this two-dimensional plotting. Okay, you can have plot xy, plot xy with line spec, plot x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 until xn, yn. So this one is for multi-line plotting. Okay, and there are so many others here. Okay, if you cannot understand what is this, you can go to the next part, which is the description. Okay, it will describe what is plot xy, what is plot xy line spec, everything in detail here. Okay, everything we have in syntax, the description is at the bottom here, right? And then if you still cannot understand how to use it, there will be examples after that. Okay, you can see how you can create the line. So this is how you write it. Okay, for example, this one is x equals to 0 increment pi over 1000 until 2 times pi. Okay, so there will be one oscillation, okay, until 2 pi. Okay, and then the y equals to sine x. So we have x, we have y, and then if you want to create the figure, just use figure and then plot xy. So this is the syntax, how you write the code, and you will have this. And then you can also at the bottom also all the command for the extra features. For example, how you want to have two lines plotting, how you want to have the line spec. Okay, is it a dotted line, full? If you want to have markers on your line, so you can see all the examples here. Okay, so whatever in the syntax just now, we'll have the explanation also, all the examples that you can learn how to do it. Okay, and then at the bottom of every help, okay, every document, we also have see also here. So it means that it will also show all the functions related to, for example, for this case, the plotting syntax just now. Okay, how you want to hold a figure, give the legend, log graph, okay, three-dimensional plot, title, x label, y label, everything. Okay, you can just click on any of it and learn how to use it. Okay, one more thing. If you want to try it, you can also, for example, for the first case just now, okay, you have this x equals to 0 pi over 100 until 2 pi, y equals to sine x. So you can just drag the words, right click and evaluate selection, or you will simply just press F9. Okay, evaluate selection. If you look back at your Matlab environment just now and go to command window, it will automatically evaluate, run these two lines just now. Okay, and we know that once we assign x equals to this, y equals to this one, inside your workspace, the brain of Matlab, you will have these two values. X from 0 until 2 pi, increment pi over 100, and the y is sine x just now. Okay, so there are all the values here, 201. Okay, this one is double precision. Okay, if you want to see the value here, you can just double click it. So it will show here variable x. So all the values are here from 1 until 201 just now until here. Okay, you can just, same goes to y. If you click, double click there, so you know what are the values there. Okay, apart from that, you can also see all the values directly in your command window. Okay, x, enter. So it will show all the values from 1 until 201. If you type y, enter, so you'll have all the values of y. Right. So now look back at our help window just now. Okay, this is just to assign x value and also y value. So how to plot it? Okay, so these are the command. So if we just select figure, right click and evaluate selection, this figure will appear without anything. Okay, and then plot xy. So we select this, plot xy, right click, evaluate selection, look back at your graph, and you will have this exact graph, the same graph, the one that is shown in your help just now. Okay, so this is how you learn MATLAB, by using the examples in the help document. So we can see here, if you have this line, for example, and you want to plot another lines, so these are the command, and you will get this. Okay, right, so that is one example. Okay, let's say if you have this graph, okay, this one is sine x. What if we have, okay, our own code that having all the command just now? So we can just go to our command history just now. So this is our command history, starting from x, y, figure, and plot just now. So we can use control and select this x, y, figure, plot, right click, copy, okay, and then create one new script. Okay, it's a blank script there, and right click, paste. So you'll have everything there. So this is your first code, okay, that you can save. If you click on this editor, so everything features here is for this window. Okay, so you can save it. Okay, save as, and put it, for example, in your desktop. So this one is plot example. Remember that in Matlab, you have to always start your file with a character, not a number. And also you cannot have spaces. So if you want to space it, you can use underscore. So plot example, save. Right, so now your current folder is this C Windows System 32. So okay, while your plot example just now is saved in your desktop. Okay, so you have to change your current folder to this, or you can just run it, run this one. Okay, so one option here is to change folder automatically, so you can change folder. Right, so automatically now your current folder is your desktop, and then it runs this one. See, it runs x, y, figure, so it creates another figure, figure number 2, and plot x and y. Okay, so now this is your first coding. Okay, so this one is the first figure just now, and you can also include this into the MATLAB environment by using this doc. Okay, if you press this, it will be inside your MATLAB environment, and you can change also the location. For example, I want to make it part of this space. Okay, so it will be here. Right, what next to learn? Okay, for example, if you want to have this graph moving as you change the value of x, for example. Okay, so let's go back to our editor just now. Put it, okay, so you can see the editor is here, the figure is here. When you write coding, always start with clear all. Okay, this one, if you run, okay, it will start from first line, and it will clear everything you have inside your workspace. Okay, and then if you want to clear this command window, okay, this command window is messy right now. Okay, you have everything here, so you want to make it clear, so you can use here clear screen, CLC. Okay, always start with these two, clear all and clear screen. Okay, if you want to clear figure also, so you can use CLF. Whatever the current figure will be cleared. Okay, let's see. So this is your workspace. You have X and Y. Okay, this is your figure just now. Let's try to run one by one. So clear all will clear whatever you have in your workspace. Okay, right click, evaluate selection. Okay, your workspace will be cleared. Okay, so this is your command window just now. It's messy. Okay, if you run CLC, evaluate selection, you'll find that your command window is clear. Okay, and then your CLF will clear your figure just now. So once it runs the third line, evaluate selection, everything will be clear. Okay, we run the fifth line value selection, it will go back in your workspace. Same goes to Y. And then if you don't want to create any figure, okay, for example, you have your figure and you want to disable this line. Okay, you don't want to have another figure, you want to use the current figure here. So you can use percent. Once you use percent in your Matlab command, okay, it will ignore whatever is written after the percent sign. Okay, so you can also, for example, for this one, you can put here percent, and then this is the values of x, for example. So this won't be considered by Matlab compiler. Okay, so you can give notes in your coding, or you can disable, like this case. Okay, you can disable the line by using percent also. If you run here also, it won't show any figure, new figure. Okay, and then this plot, if you run, it will plot in the figure 1 just now, so it's here. Okay, now just now I run one by one. What if I run everything by using this button? Okay, if you run, it will run the code line by line, so it will clear everything, clear screen, clear figure, assign x and y, and then plot xy. Okay, so if I run this, so it will get the same results. Okay, if I able this figure, okay, omit percent just now, and I run, you can expect there will be one figure, new figure appear, and then showing this line. Okay, let's try. Ta-da! So you will have your new figure 2 with the same results. Right, so what next? Just now I want to show you, if we, for example, wanted to have a moving figure, instead of we have y equals to sine x, okay, we can, for example, have sine squared or sine plus uh, constant. So let's say if we have a value for I equals to 1 until 100. Okay, so if you have this 1 until 100, the increment is 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 100. If you want to have, for example, increment of 0.1, so you can have 0.1 until 100. So this two double dot here and here will give you the middle to be the increment of your iteration. Okay, and then at the bottom we put the ND. Okay, so this is one looping. Okay, so for I equals to 1, increment 0.1 until 100. But we never use I in this equation. Okay, so what? Let's say if we use sine x plus I, for example. Oh, sorry, I. So it means that for first increment, sine x just now is 0 plus 1. And then the second iteration will be x plus 1.1. And then third iteration, x plus 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 until 100. This one. Okay, so this one, we disable this one figure. Okay, so that it won't create more figures. Okay, and then if you don't know, for example, how to clear figure, so you can find it here also, clear figure. Okay, so it will show you how to clear figures by using CLF here, clear current figure window. So you can use CLF, okay, if you don't know. So you can always use help to find whatever you want to do, and it will give you the example as I mentioned before. Okay, so we can put it here, CLF. It means that every iteration it will ends with clearing the figure. Okay, once we plot it and then we clear it back. And remember that computer is running very fast. Okay, you cannot see the figure if you don't put some pause on it. Okay, so how to pause your figure, you can also find here pause, for example. So pause stop MATLAB execution temporarily. So you can just click there. So the syntax like this, pause only. Description is here. Okay, pause temporarily stop MATLAB execution and wait for the user to press any key. So it will pause until you press any key. Okay, if you use pause n, so this n is actually n second before continuing. So I want it to have it pause after it plots, it pause for 0.2 seconds. Okay, and then it will clear again and goes for the next iteration. So you can see the figure changing with y equals to sine x plus I. Okay, so let's try run here and look at the result. See, can you see it? Okay, let's see what happened in the command window. Nothing here. Why? Because in this MATLAB, I put every values with the semicolon, semicolon, semicolon for all the values. So it doesn't show in your command window. Okay, this is running. How to stop MATLAB when it's running? You just go to command window, okay, and press Control C. Okay, operation terminated by user. Okay, so it will stop. Okay, right, so we go back here. For example, you want to make it funny. Okay, so let's say you have sine x plus 1 plus cos I to the power of 2, for example. Those. See, so this one is sine x plus I plus cos I. You know that I is increasing from 1 until 100. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 until 100. Okay, so this will give you a funnier graph. Okay, so let's see what will happen. So if you run, you can see, oh, okay, so it moves like this. And you can see also that the value is changing for this y-axis. Okay, so how you want to change this so that it maintain at certain value? The range is maintained. Okay, so again, if you want to know anything, you just go to your help. Okay, so you go back to your command window and Control C. So it will terminate the running just now. And find it also help here. Find for axis limit. Right, so that is what we are looking for, right? So axis limit. So axis, see, axis, set axis limit and appearance. So you can just click here. So all the syntax are here, description is here, okay, with all the example. So you can just put axis. This one is the first value is the minimum of x, maximum of x, minimum of y, maximum of y. Okay, so in a shape of a matrix of 4 values. Okay, so you can just copy this, for example, and put it in your coding just now. And you put, for example, every time it plots. So here, and then the value xy. Okay, for example, this x you want to have from 0 until 7. So you have 0, 7. The y value is from -2 until 2. Okay, so -2 until 2. Okay, and then let's try to run it back. Now you can see, okay, the range of y is maintained, the range of x is maintained. And so this is how the graph moves. Okay. Okay, let's say you want to have this as a video. How to do it? So we also use help. Okay, we go back to command window and terminate the coding just now, Control C. Okay, and then we go here and create video. You can see here also, see, this one is movie to AVI. So it means that you can have AVI formatted video by using this function. So you can just click here and look the syntax. It's like this. Okay, so these are all the description. You can learn it one by one, or you can just go to the example. Okay, for example, for this one, you can see that we have here an iteration. Okay, so this one is surf, this one is surface. It means that we have a plotting here, and then we have get frame GCF. Okay, and then it will store in move K. And then how to create the AVI by using movie.avi. Morph is the one that we store all the frame just now. And then so this is your name, file name of the AVI file, the video file. And so these are all the parameters. So we can use this. Okay, so you take, so this is how we learn. Okay, we just look at the example, try to understand it, and use it in our case study. So copy, put it in our Matlab coding just now, editor. So it's here. After we pause it, we morph K get frame, GCF is get current frame. So whatever we have here, it will get the frame and save it in morph. Okay, so this one is only one variable. Okay, how to make the video file is by using this movie to AVI. So we just copy this, copy, put it outside the operation. Okay, let's say we put the name of the file is sine cos plotting plots plot only. Okay, so sine cos plot.avi. Again, it must start with character and also no spacing. So let's say this one is too high. Okay, we want I until 1 only. Sorry, until 5 only, for example. Okay, and we also want to look to see at the value of I for every iteration. Okay, so 1, 1.1, 1.2 until 5. Okay, so you just put I here without semicolon like this. Okay, so it will show in command window every single iteration. Okay, so that is it. We run, you can see undefined function of variable k. Oh, sorry, so this one is k is not mentioned in any way here, so we just put k equals to 1 because we want to store the frame at this mov variable. So k must be 1, 2, 3 until the end. Okay, so we put it here, k equals to 1. Okay, and then after we use that k, so k must be added by one value. So k equals to k plus 1, close, semicolon, so that it won't show in your command window. The only value that will show in command window is I because we do not put the semicolon here. Okay, so when we run, we can see that the graph is moving. If we look at our command window, it will show the value of I. See, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 until 4.9. So it will stop until 5 just now. Okay, and it is shown here movie to AVI will be removed in the future release. It means that for my case, I am using now R2016A. Okay, so after this, it will use different command. So you have to find it in your help document, okay, for the newer version. You can always learn it by using help document. Okay, so what happened now, it already run the iteration from I equals to 1 until I equals to 5 just now. Okay, and then it stored movie.avi to sine cos plot.avi. So let's see in our current folder, do we have that? Right click on the file and open outside Matlab. Since this is AVI file, okay, you can run it outside Matlab and it will use your video decoder to run it. So open outside Matlab and you will see your graph just now. So this is it. Alright. So just imagine if you have a better graph, a more complicated graph and shown in your Matlab, you can have it in the form of video and post it in YouTube and post it in your presentation. It's up to you. Okay, so this is how, if you don't know anything about Matlab and then you want to learn it, okay, for example, for this case, we learn first to plot the graph and make it move, and finally we store it in a form of a video. Okay, so if you want to do anything with Matlab by using, just use the help document here and learn by yourself. Okay, you don't need any course to learn from others. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.